in the past it's felt like my extroversion was just a form of me masking. Like, and I always like saw it as such because like when I was alone and when the extroversion was over with and I was drained, I felt like that was the real me, the aftermath of the extroversion, the me that got back home with low battery, and the me that like wants to isolate and like I'm just like the suppressed guy that likes to be alone most of the time, right? Like that's what I felt like was the real me, and I think that's how it was up until more recent times where I've acknowledged that the extroverted self, the banterous guy, the dude that's just like being loud and obnoxious, like and just super like a lot, just being a lot, right? That's very much still that's a part of me just as much as like the guy that shames that guy, right? The guy that shames that guy, like the version of me that shames that guy for being cringe, right? That's also part of me. And the guy, the part of me that feels the shame and that like ruminates and like feels bad, and that's also part of me, right? Like all these things are. It's not like, oh, this is just my mask and here's the real me, right? And the reason I bring this up is because for the last 2 weeks I've been working like 9, 10 hour days, right? Because during this like we during these last 2 weeks we've had this large event at work that I run where we give like screenings, like almost like health screenings to our employees, and then we give them like money for doing it, right? And these health screenings include all types of shit. It's just like a laundry list of shit. It's not just like blood pressure and blood sugar. It's like, you know, your triglycerides, your freaking cholesterol, like the whole shebang. And we just do that because it's like a health and like you know, it's just a good thing to do. It's like a really cool thing we do, right? And so I was trying to break a record, and like so the first, you know, if I was there for 2 weeks, the first, well, I was there for 8 days. So the first like 7 days, like or 6 days, because I was trying to break last year's record. I was trying to break the all-time record for how many people came and did the screening, right? And I was being super like I was almost being like a salesman. I'm just being really happy to see all these people because I haven't seen like, and I work very closely like with residents, people that are after medical after you finish medical school, you get into residency, and I'm very like I love these people. I love the residents and the fellows, and I love like attending. I love doctors, like, you know, and it's just me like kind of pitching them, like getting them to come do it. Me like telling like yo like finding like one of the residents being like, hey, go tell your friends, and then like them bringing like almost like a foot soldier to me, bringing in more people, and it's like this fun thing. And I was being like super eclectic and like just like just really happy to be there, you know, just very grateful for everyone that came and just like really trying to and just talking to everyone and pointing and getting doing everything right. And then also like with the team that was helping me out and the other team around me, like being really banterous with them, being funny, being whatever. And then came today where I was just like, it started happening yesterday because I broke the record on Wednesday, right? So after that, it was just like extra, right? And I was like, I'm done. I can't do that. My battery, it was gone, right? So Thursday, I was feeling a little lower energy, and then today, I just like shut down almost, like to the point where this is what happens to me is like I get emotional, right? I get really, really like I'm like sitting there like tears are coming down my face and I keep wiping them because it's embarrassing because I have a another resident comes up, another a doctor comes up, and it's like, you know, and I got like and I'm trying to like wipe away my tears. It's like and it's like, well, why am I crying? Well, I don't like to ask myself that, but it felt like my first thought was, oh, because I've been masking for 6 days straight and now I'm tired, right? And now I'm exhausted. I'm drained. I've given this like spiritually and emotionally everything I could, and I'm just done now. I just need to go home and reset, right? And like and then I had to like cancel another event happening next week because I felt this. I felt so drained that I just need to cancel a separate event happening next week, and I felt so bad about it. And I started reverting back to this how I was in my last position near the end, where I always feel like I was in trouble, and I was like, I started like getting emotional, like, oh my god, my boss is gonna hate me, they're gonna be so mad at me for canceling this, like like and all the self deprecation, like I want to kill my, right, like all these things start flooding in, and what happens is for me, like the depression, like it's almost like an old friend. It always reminds me it's there. And for me, what happens is I start getting like pulsating, like I'm starting to get it now, like pulsating feeling, especially when I get to this level of numbness and just I get this pulsating feeling throughout my body where I get a lot of goosebumps, and it's not because I'm cold. It's just as I continue this like self-deprecation, I sit in this. It's the same feeling I got when this all started in high school. It's the same feeling I got throughout college. It's this same so familiar feeling, and it's like, and it's hard to snap out of it because now it's like, I went from all the way up here to now I'm like, fuck, I'm like losing it, right? And like the people around me on my team like, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, yeah. I'm just like, I'm like tired, I'm exhausted, but I'm like, dude, I need to go like somewhere and cry. Like I have like all this, like I'm like feeling just, I need some catharsis. Like that's really the thing, and I'm trying to figure out the why, and I don't think I need to figure out the why, but it's like, why does this happen? And I think it's because, I don't know, like after all of that energy I've used up, it's like all I'm left with is like Mr. Krabs. Like I'm just left like with this little like raw self, and I'm just like raw, and I need a break. I need rest. I need to be loved, and I'm feeling vulnerable. I'm feeling very vulnerable, and it's because like I've used all my energy that I normally would use to like kind of protect myself, or use to like shield myself from these things. I've used it all to like kind of on other people. I've poured all my cup out onto other people to get them to come to this thing, and care about their health, and mingle. I mean, I mingled with probably like 2-3 thousand people over the course of fucking 8 days, right? Like, and oh man, dude, I was like in this spot, and it's like, holy fuck, I'm glad what happened. Like I was able to get out of it, because then people just were talking to me, and I was able to like reorient my mind, and not be like that anymore. But it was weird. It was like I was feeling that, but I'm happy about it in a way that it wasn't like how it normally. It wasn't. There's been a change in me, and I feel the change in me. There's been this change. What I was talking about in the beginning of the video, where it's like, I didn't look at this time and be like, oh, I masked for too long, now my true, this is my true self. This like guy like me that's just like not overly like emotive, like the version of me that's just how I am when I'm by myself. Like, oh, that's the real me. And it's like, like that's like some bullshit. Like the me that's being eccentric is just as real as the me now, right? And so I think I flipped that, and I was like, oh, like the extroverted part of me has given its all, and I'm feeling that, and I'm feeling like that he needs a hug, and I feel like and I'm feeling like that he's just burnt out, and now it's time for my introverted self, and what I would initially, when I initially believed to be my real self, to kind of take over and protect his energy, right? But I was like in that transitional period during the day where I wasn't understanding that was happening, and I wasn't able to go and protect the extroverted self after after he burnt out. What happened was he burnt out. I was like, holy shit. And just like I was talking about yesterday, or like the video I was talking about like how it's hard to hear God, it's like I had to stay grounded and watch what was happening. But rather, I got taken away and whisked away and I attached to this feeling of emptiness, and this feeling of burnout, and this feeling of like of depletion. And I took that away, rather than, you know, what I now know, which is to be centered, be like, oh, I'm getting burnt out. Let me protect him, right? Let me protect that version of me that's feeling like that. And I don't know. So I'm happy. I'm like, dude, I'm growing so much, and I'm happy about it. But I had to make this video really quick because I have company coming over, and I just cleaned the house. Um, but yeah, hopefully that resonated with somebody. But guys, girls, gays, queers, the them's, these are any all, every now and then. Have a blast rest your Friday, and yeah, have a great weekend. I'll catch you guys on a beautiful Saturday.